I'm just so angry. I don't feel like justice has been served. With this grief and this sorrow and this pain that I have, nothing would ever be enough, I don't think. Like, even if we had the death sentence here in Canada, that would not be enough, because then to me, that's almost like the easy way out. I want him to sit in jail and suffer and hurt, and I never want him to have a normal life again, I guess is what I'm saying. He doesn't deserve that. Her partner was James Stonechild of Okanese First Nation, and he had pled guilty to second-degree murder. In the end, he was given a life sentence. My niece and nephew have a lifetime of trauma now. That's damaging. To grow up without a mother and then having those memories buried deep in there can definitely bother somebody at a later age. My niece is there playing Barbies together, and she's like, makes one be like the daddy who is killing the mommy. And no 3-year-old should know those words: murder, killing, and then even something as simple as my grandma was cutting an apple. And this was 2 weeks ago, so a week before the sentencing. And she had a bread knife out, and she was cutting my niece an apple, and my niece said, who is now 4, she said, "That's what daddy used on mommy." The judge had told us that we may never know why he did that, even though, in his statement to us, he said that he was mentally unstable, hearing voices, and like suicidal. So, but to me, like, my anger that I'm feeling, it just felt like those were just excuses. He was reading his statement, in court there, saying, "I'm sorry for your loss. Like, I found I found the Bible, I found Jesus." And to me that was just like making me more angry. And you can't lash out in a courtroom, but I was holding back so much anger. I like felt like my head would explode. Those to me sound like excuses. They don't excuse you from what you did.